recording yet? Okay, before we do this, listen, everybody, this is the golf commission meeting. And today is Thursday, August 24th, 2025, so we are standing for pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Good evening, everyone. All right, this is, as I said, golf commission meeting, and present are Golf Mark Bayram, Director Saul Guerrero, Commissioner Lori Shirley, Commissioner Jen Green, Commissioner Seth Sengen, Commissioner Bill Richards, and Commissioner Lon Labrie, and Commissioner Jim North, right? So we're all here. Missing are Lucas Van Zandt and Commissioner Berger, correct? All right, very good. So that takes care of it. 2, audience of citizens, we have none. Down there. Approval of prior month's minutes. Has everybody reviewed the minutes? Yes. Yes. Does anybody have any questions or edits? Going once, going twice. Very good.
Make a motion to accept the.
Commissioner Sanya, a motion to accept. Second. Second by Commissioner Richards. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? So unanimous. Very good. All right. Moving right along here. Old business, we have number 9 cart path, the Baja Run.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Everybody knows what that is, right? The, you know, going from the men's to the white to the gold. I think some inners kind of familiar with it. Yeah. Okay, but it's all you gotta do is listen, give us some rates, we'll break it out.
Well, I would say we either repave or graded with new stone, well, you know, obviously repaving would be a little more expensive and we'll do that after the season.
Why don't you just throw some stone and dirt down now, just and regrade the thing and just get it flat? I mean, that's kind of, that could be done.
Is that something you can do in house?
Yeah.
The only thing, Billy,
But longevity is not the same as repaving.
We know,
Right,
listen, just get it done until we figure out what we're gonna do with all the.
only thing, Billy, people are doing the more around.
Yeah, and that's the problem, right? And it's been like that for a couple of years, I'm sorry.
That's right, only thing Billy's gotta do is take the backhoe and just backjack it, and then you can just rake it down.
All right. Handrail, Nancy's handrail.
Yeah, so that's gonna cost us around $6 to $7 grand.
Okay.
If we want to, I'll get the order in.
But the order, listen, I sent out a revised P&L from last fiscal year, right? And we, the first one I sent out was preliminary with the numbers, and then Saul sent me another one with because it had July's numbers in there. But before you guys, I think it was about 4:30, and I sent out another one. So our fiscal year profit was approximately $163,000. A lot of money. So we gotta talk about, we'll come back to that to figure out what we can put aside, right? And where we want to go with some of this, and I'll kind of inform people a couple of things that are gonna happen, but kind of looking going forward. So yes, we have the money to do it. We do have the money to do these things and make the improvements. So Sal, do we need to vote on the handrail? So.
I'm a little clueless about what the issue is, what handrail we're talking about. I don't know.
Nancy
I
brought
missed
this last month. Yeah. Nancy Berger, Commissioner Berger brought up a thing of a handrail over on some of the stairs. On the left side, if I'm not mistaken, it was on the left side of the tent. Going between the tent and the green.
Oh, okay.
So you just want something put in there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, over by the Berlin High
I
School side,
understand where it comes
so
from, yep.
Some sort of. Guardrail.
Some system going up. there
To assist people going
up,
in there.
because it is steep.
So, listen, Sal,
Well,
go ahead.
go ahead, you're saying 10, and then 12 is.
No, this is not on 10, this is over by the clubhouse, right? This is by the clubhouse. By the tent. Oh, 10.
Not the
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did. I said thank you.
I see myself, I
didn't
don't,
see-
No.
yeah, I thought you were
Okay.
saying.
I did okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Good, hey, we got it, we understand.
Oh, my
Hey, you can say, how about trying to visualize the.
No.
Right, too, and I'm gonna say, what about 12?
Is that what we call it, pavilion?
It's gonna be.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay, yeah, with the
Okay.
tickets, yeah, okay, I got you.
That's all right, what's the needle? What's this? You just keep up. Keep up. I think you connected people are kind of still. The tent. T-E-N-T,
Right.
tent.
Okay.
Okay,
I say it's
the left side of the.
Got it.
Got it, okay,
got it now.
so, can somebody please make a motion? I'll make a motion to approve solid, getting a handrail
I'll
put
second.
in there, seconded by Commissioner Green, sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? So it's unanimous pass, there you go, Sal, done. All right. Bridges falling down.
Maybe we went bridges, I'm sure you'll talk about it with surplus.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, okay, birdhouses. So, was it Doctor? Which doctor
Doctor,
one was it? It was my kid's
I
doctor.
know the younger gentleman's name's Mike, but Mike, he brings Doctor.
Mark, you.
I forget.
What is it?
You don't remember his
Is
name?
it?
Ringrose.
Ringrose, thanks,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
Ringrose, all right, he was a great
The,
doctor,
uh,
my kid's doctor.
Who probably made his last visit, by the way.
Oh, no,
That's what Mike was saying. He hasn't passed or anything,
that's
You
too
know.
bad,
just their his thinking.
yeah,
But before they left for the season, they left us. Some, where we could maybe improve our birdhouses, so I have a list of about. Maybe 5 or 6 poles where we could maybe change the pole, or if the pole's good, change the house, and those are things that we have with charities.
do they? Migrate, I mean, I don't know, are they here for I have no idea.
Swallows, yeah.
No, these are the bluebirds.
Oh, bluebirds.
Yeah. I asked if we needed more, they didn't really say to add, they just said to, here are these are the houses that need a little changing or.
Replacing, yeah,
Update.
all right. You guys can take care of that,
I'm gonna put it on our fall list,
yeah,
I mean,
when they screw them in?
either, because we have the houses.
Yeah,
If we need the pole, it's a specific pole, we.
Really?
we order them. Yeah.
for real,
Not a specific one, just a pole we don't have, we have to order.
all right. So that one's done, we will come back to the other one, okay, new business. Does anyone, first of all, before you go forward, does anybody have any old business, anything that is not on that list?
I was gonna talk about an open discussion, but Nyers Memorial area has been updated. The rock has been.
Yeah, that looks, I'll tell you what, that looks nice, whatever you guys, I know it's. Yeah, it looks good, I saw that.
And I think, there's a group that's formed to, do some planting and.
Notification of it, yeah.
I think Donovan Bay is heading. So.
You're not gonna put plastic flowers there, are you?
Oh, what?
No,
that's-
no.
Oh, I don't know.
That was a joke.
Well, in that,
I
water
know.
reach up there.
Well, to water it, there's a
Easier,
hose that connects to the back of the bathroom.
So they're gonna take care of the watering of it?
They're gonna take care of it all, they said, as they play. That was the deal that they presented to us,
Hey, all right, good.
plan is also cause the water fountain there has to be renovated, so if it's a big renovation, we'll probably just relocate, so they have the entire place. And we'll move the rock where it has the whole description.
All right. Very good, all right, we guys should come back to the bunker project update, and then that's, I'm glad there's 2 things on that, perfect. All right, so, I guess the bids came in, so, the latest bids came in, they're gonna be reviewed. Are they public information yet or no? They are public information, okay. Very good, and they posted on the website too, the final bids?
No, they're on the government website where contractors can see what they are.
Got it.
Okay. We just got it, around 2 o'clock today, so.
Very good, so thanks for getting that out, I appreciate it, so Pace is a little bit. And then, Turco second, so we did interview, on the last time, both Pace and Turco. And they are both qualified, but they are both qualified bidders, all right, and they all have the experience to do. This project, in full. I'm sorry, go on.
I didn't know Stonehenge. Looked at that.
Stonehenge, well, they do, actually, they do, the Stonehenge does, they do that, they've done quite a few also, so. But. Well, you know, here's what we have, so now. There was a discussion, I had a discussion with Solomon, who does PBC have to look at this thing, and so they were gonna call, I just talked to one of the members. And they were talking to their head to see whether a special meeting is necessary or not, I don't think at this point it is, since they're both qualified, they are the qualified lowest builders. And they can do the job, and they have interviewed that. So this is, the plan is to go forward for the September 2nd. Town council meeting to get approval for this thing, and then just, then work with the vendor to get this thing started, so. Now, and I think that the best thing, this is just me talking, so. Just hear me out, I think one of the best things to do is to sit down with. The men's club, Lady Niners, the 18 holders, the senior men's. And talk this thing through at their representatives, if you will. And say, listen, you know, we have a couple, you know, ideas and choices, Mark too, I guess, to be part of this thing. Then we close the course down, parts of the holes, some holes while they're working on the holes, and they're saying that you don't even have to close the hole, maybe 2 at a time is what they're saying. Right, 2 holes at a time while they're working on it, and it's only for, you know, however long it takes, but it's only a couple of weeks, it's not even that important, and then the key with this whole thing is when they pour the concrete. Not when they're working on it. Which I thought was very interesting, because they said you keep the holes open, it doesn't really matter, but if it goes in there, if it does go in the hole. In the bunker at that point in time, then it's obviously, it's under repair, right?
Right.
So. So keep that in the back of your head, and how does that affect now that we have tournaments? Cause the course won't be torn, it really won't be torn up. You know, cause once they're done, they're done, I mean, once that hole is done, then they're gonna. They'll put the all the sand back in there, but if you're having a tournament, 99% of them are probably scrambles, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to, you know, so at that point, become, you know. You get a freebie on the outside of it.
Well, last time they did it, 2015, I think the weekends they weren't working. I don't know,
Right.
it's the plan.
It's the same.
It's the same
It's the
thing,
same thing,
so it wouldn't really affect the men's club, they just, if we run under repair.
sure, right, you're under that, yeah,
But I mean, during the week, might affect the senior Matt, Lady Niners.
well, that's, yeah.
And maybe the outs, right? But if you have to have temporary, whatever.
I don't want to do temporary
see-
greens unless we absolutely have to, I wasn't thinking that, that was my first thought, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. My first thought was temporary greens while they're working on that hole, but they, in the interviews, they all said that, no, the holes can be open. While we're working on it, right, that's not a problem, and I thought that was very interesting.
That is interesting.
Well, I would imagine if they're working around the green, we can't get close to it.
They can't hit a
That's-
ball.
They can't hit a ball.
Yeah.
That's not what they were saying.
No, I think if,
You remember that?
from what I took out of it, is if they're at the green, we are gonna put a temp before that. If they're in the fairways, we can do a par 3 to the green,
Temp T.
temp tee.
Yeah, like a temporary T. I doubt that they're gonna work and then
I don't-
people hitting it.
Yeah.
Great, so that I can't see. Yeah.
Typically, green should be-
It's a liability.
Yeah, just can't.
Liability, you got shut down.
Exactly.
It would take.
Like the
forever.
moment, though.
I think it's
Well, this is something, that, you know,
Yeah.
if we can get this thing going, right, and we have to be very honest with each other, right, they're figuring they can do. What, 2 holes in 2 weeks, or 2 or 3 holes, 2 or 3 holes in 2 weeks or something like that, I think it's poured. Right, that's poured concrete, because that's the big nut, once you have the concrete poured, everything else is just gravy after that, they can work whenever. But you gotta remember, because the plants will shut down, the concrete plants will shut down, they're not gonna put any antifreeze in the concrete either, right?
Correct.
So, because it's a special formula that they use on these concretes.
Correct.
Because that's one of the other things I was thinking, well, can't you just put antifreeze in this thing, because they pour year round? And they're like, no, there's a special formula that they have for this specific type of plumper. So they're like, if we can get as many buckets as we can get down, we will. And then, you know, then it's easier after that, because it doesn't really matter what's gonna happen at that point in time. But also, so you understand what happens is, when they start doing the sod around that, you know, you can't go on that sod for what, a couple, like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, they're gonna pin it down. But just so we all
Try to
understand,
rope it off though.
well, the bunker's still being played, but the sod, it's like, that means people driving their cars and it's like, no. That this is, I don't care that, you know, what type of car you have. You gotta stay off of that sod, we have to stay off of that sod.
For that to be moved in.
It's gonna have to be rolled off.
Got it.
Well, that means the bumper's gonna be out of play. Well, that's,
Interior, the side.
You can't even hit off new sod.
Yeah.
Right? You.
yeah, that's
let it
correct.
Walk.
That whole area will
So
have to
you're
be.
gonna have a drop area probably.
That's right. So just so we understand, I mean, people understand this
It's concept
concept.
ground on the repair, and I'll use a white line around it.
Well, I mean, we have. Listen, we have,
It'd be a headache for.
yeah.
I
correct.
think it's easy stuff.
It's easy stuff, right?
It's easy stuff, but we have to have a plan.
Listen, you're right,
Yeah.
it sounds easy, right? But we can't get people to fill divots or do Walmart, so let's just call it what it is,
Yeah.
right? I mean. If you saw $1 on the floor, this guy would be picking these things up so fast, it wasn't funny, but I can't bend them, we'll do a Walmart, right? I mean.
Will they be able to retrieve them?
Well, that's the thing.
Well, that's the other thing.
If it's concrete, if the concrete is poured already, they can't get on there,
Yeah,
right? Like if the ball gets in there, it's in there. You're gonna have to use another ball. I'll give them another ball. I don't care, but.
so that affects like the concrete, like if the ball's stuck in there.
You know, that's
No,
Are they gonna pull
no, once they pour the concrete, and it's pure,
Yeah,
I mean, if the ball goes in there with the concrete pure, you know, you can't touch that ball stays in there, that, I'm sorry.
right.
yeah.
I would think they would cover it somehow. There's gotta be a covering.
I don't know, we're not there yet.
Some kind of net
Yeah,
or
but yes.
There's something they gotta cover because.
I'm throwing this out to everybody, so they understand, here's the concept, and we're gonna have to,
Yeah.
you know, I'll be more than happy to talk to everyone, a representative for every one of those. Organizations.
Ideally, what would be the time frame that would, like, if this all was
October.
over?
I think October would be the earliest that we can start.
During the week, I mean, there's not much going on in our system.
You have any outings?
The last outing I wanna say is the first Friday in October. That's
Passy.
it's no, that's on a week, well, that's on a weekend.
Weekend, right?
So yeah, the weekdays, the last
But
outing.
the
is-
stuff, it's like, listen, and I'm sorry, and so you pick your poison, I mean, either we get it done or we don't, and that's all there is.
No,
to
we
it.
gotta get it done.
We have
The
to
men's
get
club can just take ground and repair and play their events, it's not, I don't think,
Okay.
I think they'd rather probably get it done.
I think they wanna get it done too, but this is not a project that's it's gonna take realistically 6 months to do, 3 months to 3 months realistically, so I mean, I'm being very, and that's an
Yeah.
that's, you know, with a timeline and weather permitting, right? So, I mean, that's
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
fair, right?
I would imagine our organization to our patrons understand the timeline we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to do this for a while, so
Well, guess
now that
what,
we can, you know.
we're going forward.
We're going forward.
We're also just talking 2 holes in a team.
Yeah,
It's not like 18 full holes.
No,
whatever.
No,
We're talking about
no, we're not even
2.
shutting down 9 holes and then, so, no.
So
no.
it's a minimal effect, honestly.
Yeah, it's an inconvenience, but you know, whatever.
2 holes on
That's-
18, it's not a big deal.
Yes, I think the ends justify the means at this point.
I don't know, I spend a lot of time in the bumpers.
Now you can take.
Well,
Yeah.
It's fun. Such a line, that guy said, so how does that affect the chin?
That's true.
That's.
So we say by April, we don't count it.
May, probably May.
Depends on the weather.
It depends, it all depends on weather.
Before,
Yeah,
I mean,
nice try.
when I say opening day, usually I mean May 1, you know, something
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
But I'm more comfortable to say, is it, what's first, Memorial or Labor?
Memorial Day.
Memorial.
Right, so Memorial, I would say.
but
Before.
it may, again, it depends, truthfully said, in the winter, if it's a milder winter, they can pour, you know, they're saying, but it has to be above a certain temperature.
Well, like 40 degrees.
42 degrees is what they're.
This is the right time to do it. What if
Yeah.
you started in the spring, it was all year?
It's all year long.
It'd be a
nightmare.
No, it's gonna be a nightmare, and then you're gonna have people,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you flat out, because I already talked to some people, well, I'll play somewhere else, well, you know what? No offense, that tells me what you really, you really play golf to support your own club, right? So.
So it's a very small percentage, I think
Yeah.
most
Well, sadly,
people
most people
happy,
don't
would be
appreciate
happy we're doing something.
Well,
Yeah.
it's getting done, right? And we're moving forward, which is a good thing, so. The type of sand is gonna be a different type of, it's a special type of sand that we have to use going forward, right? And this has to be. Something we have to adhere to going forward, because otherwise it was if I'm not mistaken, it does void the warranty, Saul,
Yeah,
on the bunker.
bunker, so. We did some testings, right now we're leaning on what's called sand number 14. Which is lighter in color than we have, but not white.
That's not the sugar sand, right? They call that,
So I'll have to see what sugar is in.
I don't know, it's down in Florida, it's that white stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah, they have it.
Sweet,
on-
they got it.
Come on.
Yeah.
White,
Yeah.
white.
Not,
Plain.
but not white. Ours won't be white, but basically the main thing is it's more angular, which allows for drainage. You know, so it's not very fine.
Right.
It's more like, if you see it in a scope, it's like triangles.
You know what, as long as every bunker is the same. I think that's where, you know, that's what will distinguish us from other people, because right now every bunker is different. It's like,
Right, right.
what am I gonna hit? I mean, I found it,
Right.
I can show you a picture of I found a rock in there like this big, so it's like, how did that even get through?
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, holy cow. So, as long as we, you know, going forward, and that's what it's always in there, it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, you're dealing with consistency at that point in time.
so, but that right now, that's where we are, number 14, and
Okay,
it could change.
and is that within their specs too?
Yeah,
Okay,
it already got tested on the concrete, like we're gonna get.
very good.
So who makes the final decision which one we go with?
Just a little bit,
Lowest
it's already
bid.
done.
No, the architect and Jerry will make the final
On
decision
the sand,
on materials.
yeah, material.
Whatever material.
The architect, already, the RFP had, the architect, it outlines specifically what's gonna go in there,
Yeah,
right? So that aspect of it, but as far as,
So
as far as the vendors go,
we're going with pace.
it's Pace, it's at, well, most likely right now it has to be Pace, it's the lowest qualified vendor.
Right.
You know, and they can do we know they can do the job, so at that point in time, it's, the key is lowest qualified. So, good, good. Surplus for fiscal year 25. Well, you know what, I did send that out to you guys, I know it got late, Alina has that, so she can put that up on the thing. We broke 50,000 rounds, I think that's the first time for a fiscal year we've ever done that, Mark, you've got to. I mean, I'm looking at this thing from the year before, which is even a better year than we had the year before that, and year before that, so. 50,000 rounds on a fiscal year, I'm assuming that, you know. Those are accurate numbers that we're getting, we'll put in, so listen, that's quite an achievement, I think it is. And so that's kudos to all you guys, man, you know? And going forward, I mean, I looked at this, I said, July. So we have $163,000 in there, right? Going back into the general fund. So you already put aside what, 31,000,
41.
41? You know, the town's gonna have to pony up. Probably close to, by the time we're said and done. Without this, probably 800,000 to the bunker, 700 to $800,000, so. Realistically. Since the commission has been in play, we probably put in close to that amount, back into the general fund, we threw it back into the general fund. Right, so I mean, we have been self-sufficient. Which is a good thing, we're making money, right, it's going back into town, so. Going forward, we're gonna have a meeting going forward, I'll come back to that in a minute, but. Listen, kudos to everybody, Jerry, Mark, so I'll let you listen, great job, you know, going forward, and it's. We're getting there.
So 50,000 rounds for the fiscal.
For the fiscal year, yes, all right, and then, right now, and listen, the, rounds were down last month. In July. Now, that could have been because of the heat. Right, I mean, it was hot, right, and they're down about 1,000 rounds, a little bit more, 1,200 rounds, that seems about right.
Yeah.
The money was down about 10 grand, you know, expenses are the expenses. I mean, I looked at the expenses, but if you. It seemed kind of high, at 354,000 in July, but if you look at year to year. June, July, there's always those costs that traverse the fiscal years, right, so they paid in one fiscal year versus the other. And that's what, you know, that's what happened here, I didn't look at the specifics, I just kind of thumbed this thing real quick, but. That's what we had, right, and so usually it's the insurance payment.
Yeah,
Or
chemicals,
chemicals, yeah,
that's usually like over 100K.
yeah, and it's so one fiscal year versus the other fiscal year, and that's what happened here, right, so. Listen, you got what you got at that point in time, but just going forward, I mean, that's where we stand, so. I mean, if you kind of look at this stuff, you can dissect it, and it's actually pretty interesting to see how things go. So. Enough with that. Any questions on that one?
I would just say it's kind of, June is a very busy outing month. And sometimes we get paid in July, sometimes we get paid in June. So it's like, it
Maybe
depends,
that- yeah.
it depends when it is, you know, if it's the last week of June, you might get the check in July. Times you might get it in June, it's just, that's why those are pretty close.
Yeah, if you look, if you take the two
Yeah.
together, Mark, if you take them together,
Yeah,
they're right there, right? And that's how I looked at that too. I swear, I said the same thing, so I wasn't saying, all right, well, this is bad, this is good. No, they're the same. They're within.
it kind of
reach, right?
balances out.
Yes.
Even though it's different fiscal year, that's all.
Whatever, I get it.
It'll
I
make
get
its
it.
way out.
Yeah, and it's fine. New carts. I mean, so we're coming to the end of the lease. Yes, sir. And solid.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
We got until 28 September 20.
Is that what it is? 28? I thought we had a 5-year lease.
That started in
I thought it started 23. What did? Oh, really? I thought we were
Yeah.
coming to the end of it.
Yeah.
Ah, all right. So we got time. So after 4.
Well, the thing is.
No, it's only 2 years. Those are only 2 years old. Those carts.
2.5.
They're not
We
gonna-
had them in the middle of the year. Gotta make it.
All right. Oh, we got a mid-season?
Yeah.
All right, so they're gonna.
There's a chance for a buy, there's always a chance for a buyout or.
Yeah. Yeah, or re-up with them, right? So either re-up them or we go out to the Yamaha or one of the other ones
Yeah.
and see what's what, right? But that's something we gotta start looking at going now versus later.
I think what's important is like their service. What kind of service they provide, warranties they provide for these cards. We go through a lot of cards, right? And some of they go through some rough rounds sometimes. So some of our terrains are not smoothest, so you're getting a lot of. So, a lot of these parts are not last. We don't need top of the notch parts, but maybe we need something in the middle. Where you're.
Yeah, Yugo, we have the Yugo now, right?
No, we have
No.
easy go.
Easy go.
No, I'm only, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly though.
You're not gonna go Ferrari, but.
Right. But I just think the easy go, it's that the ones we bought. I think they were really down to the bottom because, I mean, you think about a club cart that I ride on a club cart, this is a big difference. And I think that's what, to look at that or either club cart and what's the other one,
Yamaha.
Yamaha.
You
Them are the only
look
two that-
around.
Because easy go, I don't see a lot of easy go out there.
You have to look around and you have to prioritize what you need in the carts. I mean, yeah, I love these double cushion seats, right? But in one round, that's gonna get a cigarette burn,
Exactly.
It happens to you.
No, it happens.
Oh,
It
yeah.
happens, like,
No, you're right.
so we have to prioritize what we're gonna bring. Right,
Well-
like, electricity is great, I'd vote on that,
And we're not there.
but that's gonna cost double probably.
We're not
We
there.
don't know I don't know how we'll be that time. Where we will.
We'll be doing gas again. I'll put money on it right now.
YouTube. Just because the facility,
Right, there's more.
Yeah, you don't have a
There's
church.
more, there's more.
Too much needs to happen.
Yeah,
We can do other
right,
things.
listen, yeah.
but that doesn't mean we have to get the same low level car.
Right.
That's correct.
We could look into other models,
That's,
other companies.
or
And see
even
what
with theirs, I'm sure they have different lines, right?
Yeah.
It's just like a regular car, right? They have different lines of what you
Yeah.
want,
we-
and it's just what's gonna cost,
What
right?
options.
Right. So we got the Flintstone mobile, right?
Yeah, because
I
don't think they're that bad.
It gets you around, right, Mark? I mean, we
They're
sit
not
on the
like
car all
overly loud, but
Yeah,
we used to have worse.
So I got,
It's sick. We used to have,
they get fixed,
they don't break down a ton.
I don't, no,
He tells us, when we have a big outing and we tell them that we have an outing coming up, then
so how's their customer service? Is it good?
That I don't know.
they're here every week. In season.
they do fix them.
Well, then we just look at different model, whatever. It's on the radar, that's all I'm saying, right? So that's on.
For a model with a muffler on it.
Well, a low rider?
Gotta think they're improving their cars here. Every
Yeah.
year, too, like,
Yeah, you would think, right?
Cherry bomb?
Irrigation, next one down. So that's, to me, that's, there's a lot of leaks popping up,
Yeah.
right? You notice that too?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what this, is that caused by age, or, I mean, what, is that
All,
what?
everything, like age, wear and tear. Could be, I don't think it's human, or I think it's more, you know.
At the ground area.
Mechanical, and
mechanical
people just wearing out?
parts, yeah. A lot of our expenses for northeast is who we go with for irrigation help. It's up right now. You know,
Oh, that's a vendor on, is that what it is? It's
Yeah.
got the bid, okay.
they, you know, so if we need help, someone comes to your houses, and I've been seeing that bill a lot, so. That's my biggest scare, is once the irrigation goes,
What?
I don't know how we're gonna get it. I
Well,
don't know how we'll.
okay, so this kind of falls into, this is probably a good time to bring this up. I mean, we also have people, you know, we do have a long-term plan of the different things that have to be done, right? And listen, bumpers that has been dragging on, bridges will be the next one, because that's a safety issue, so irrigation was kind of put off to the side for a little bit, but that's coming forefront, right? Parts, we were talking about electric cars and a clubhouse, well, to me, I'm looking at this thing, this is just, I'm just throwing this out there, so everybody can think about this. If you're gonna do a clubhouse, you might as well do the carts underneath and then go with electric, right? And move. Scrape the clubhouse where it is. And then we start talking about having an architect look at this thing now. To go forward, at least you have a plan, you have something laid out, right? And you know. Not that we're gonna do it immediately, but no, but irrigation now comes up, and then to do an irrigation over on this course, probably. It's well over $1 million, right? We already know that, right? It is, just call it what it is, and. The question now becomes. You know, paying for that's number one, but two, there will be savings in the water cost. And there will be, because the stuff out now. Is more efficient than the stuff that's in there, because it's.
And with technology today, I think we can real advance
Of
more.
course, well, I have to say,
But because
20 years old.
exactly, it's
Yeah.
20 years old, and like you said, the roots and everything, because a lot of the stuff is popping up, is the trees and the roots are pushing it. It's
Yeah.
pushing it, and there's nothing you can
So-
control.
so that, I mean, so. This is actually good that we're having this conversation at this point in time, so, I did talk to the town manager, and, what we're gonna do is set up a meeting with Saul, probably myself, town manager, the mayor. We need somebody from the finance board in there, probably Jerry, and I said maybe Mark, and just. Have a real heart-to-heart meeting, you know. What are we? What is the golf course? Is it a amenity? Is it a profit center? It's a little bit of both. And because, you know, a lot of wear and tear has happened in the past 52 years or whatever, it's been 53 years. And, you know, I mean, that's like having a house that's 50 years old, you really haven't put a roof on. You know, you've kind of put some Band-Aid things on there, it just hasn't happened, so. We really have to have an honest meeting with each other to say, listen, there are things that need to be done, right? The immediate next one is probably bridges, because they're falling apart, some of them, and it's just. It's a matter of time, listen, that's cheap, in the whole scheme of things, that's cheap money, that's nothing, that's $100,000 per level. But irrigation, you know, upwards of $1.5 million to 2 million.
And that's the lifeline of the course.
That's correct.
Without the irrigation, you
That's
come
right.
out, push up on.
That's right, so.
Over carts and
and-
over the club.
Exactly, and so you're right, thank you, so that's the nice thing about having a, you know, a plan like this, it's like, you know, it's liquid, it moves, it's very volatile, it can move anything, it's everything's in motion. What's a priority at this point in time, and things change, right, they do, and that's just the way it is, so guess what, irrigation also just moves up a little bit, right, so that's. You know, bridges you can do, right, and that's pretty, it's cheap, it doesn't matter, and then. And get that done quick, and that's a quick hit, but the irrigation, then you have to start thinking about and put that thing out to bid, and. So that's something that, I don't know, what do you guys think about that, I mean, that's, with this meeting that's gonna happen, and I kinda laid that on Mark, Saul knows, you know, we talked about that a little bit, and. You know, it's gonna happen, it has to happen, and you know what, this, you say at the table, right? And that's where we're gonna go as a course. Where do we wanna go? I mean, because that's, That's the.
That would be-
There's no irrigation, you might as well just.
It would be an investment for the town if they wanted to keep
Well, we don't have a choice on
Yeah.
that. You're right. Yep. You're right.
it. They have to commit to long term.
That's correct. It's long, and so. I don't really wanna go down this road. You know, do you become a special revenue fund? Cause what happens if the tides turn, right? And all of a sudden you're sitting there, you know, the check ain't due on your watch, right? But. You're right, we need the irrigation, right? We need that, and you can see now, every time you go out there, you know, it's not just a head. Right, there's a valve box, right, that's leaking like sieve, and listen, I call Jerry every time I see one, and he knows it, he comes, he's the first one, and I go, you know, cause we're the eyes of the eagles. So,
But
yes,
and that's costing the town money, right?
Yes.
Just leaking, right?
what, yes, the water,
Okay,
right?
yeah, so that's,
Or is that well water?
no,
City water?
I don't know.
Well, there's
City-
Water comes from the
the
ponds.
pot, some of the.
No, some of it, it might, but not all of it.
Oh, I think it is.
Well, then
Yeah.
that's another thing.
For the
It
pump
probably
house,
goes
The
dry,
pump
you
house,
know,
yeah,
the pump house goes dry, you said.
but now it's time, listen, with the irrigation is probably one of the second one on the list, right?
Yes.
Bridges
Take the wheel.
will be the first one on the list after the bunkers, right? And then comes irrigation. But listen, I'm sorry, the check ain't do it. What are you gonna do? It's just the way it is, right? But again, the heads now, and I remember talking to Kevin DeVoe or Stanley when they had to do when Costco went in and he had to reduce some of that stuff. It cost him quite a few bucks, but he goes, listen, I'm saving money on the water. So,
Yeah, we don't pay for the.
no, we don't, well. But still, you're gonna use less water,
Right.
which is, it's more efficient, right? And it does a better job.
Plus all the hours they're putting in and fixing it.
Fixing it.
Could go somewhere else.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I mean, things are wearing down. The guys are doing a great job. They really are. And, you know, but listen, you're right. If you spend your whole day, you know, or hours fixing these things, digging them out, you know, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, you look at every hole, listen, see about 5, right? The first bunker on the right-hand side, it's like a river, right? It's been, you have it on 2, we just go time and time again, but I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts?
I think it's gonna get done.
Yeah, it's gotta get done. We
I agree.
have a prioritized list and
You start putting
just feed in it
things
with
in
attention.
function.
Well, it has to be done.
Cause if
Discussion with the town, I think is the first step, right? See where it goes from there.
I agree with you on that one, Rob. I do.
But-
That's,
You said.
but you have the people in the room that. You know what? We all have to come to an agreement. This is the way it's gonna be, man.
Yeah, but you said bridges, right? I think the bridges can wait, and I think the irrigation should be done before.
But bridges, I mean, if.
Because if you had,
Go ahead.
but my thing, I really think you should do the irrigation before you do the bridges, because the bridges, they're gonna be there, they're gonna, and I don't think there's that much, they just look dirty, that's it.
Well, the bridges are cheap. In the whole scheme of things, that's peanuts.
Yeah, but the irrigation should,
That's all.
that should be jumped on.
But the bridges are.
But if you have an emergency situation out on the ports,
Well, call it,
vehicles gotta get out.
get a helicopter, take them out of there, with a helicopter.
I don't think, you know, delaying a project will speed that project.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's just, a new conversation that you have to start.
Right, yeah, because it's not
And
gonna
that
happen,
meeting.
you're right, it's not gonna happen overnight, and then. You know, what about, and I don't know what this would cost, but I'm gonna just throw this out to you guys and say that, listen, do we get some sort of architectural drawing of a clubhouse and some options? Do we do that, you know, and I mean, do we do that now? At least we have something, we have a plan, right? We have a plan. And what's it gonna cost us, 10 grand? I mean, I have no idea what it costs, but that's. But at the same token, so, you know, what would we want in this thing? And that's, you know, this is not the first time I've said this to everybody here, it's something to think about, right? So. As far as the restaurant goes, how many people do you want it to hold? Can you hold it? I mean, because, you know, it's great that you have the banquet hall, the pavilion outside, but. You know, is that really gonna work, right? Do you want something inside that can hold maybe 125 people, 125 people?
Wonder if you could incorporate shed for the carts into the new clubhouse
underneath, yeah, exactly, that's what that's exactly what I'm thinking, that's what I was thinking, so.
So for any clubhouse talk, you have to consider the restaurant. And where they stand, and if they're willing to put in the pot, you know.
That's another, I mean, we talked about
It's not
that
all
before,
coming from the town.
we talked about that
And then
before.
the
So-
restaurant will just reap in all the,
So now, I don't mean to cut you off, but now the restaurant becomes a restaurant.
I don't know, what about it?
Because right now, really right now.
The restaurant.
No, right now, it's a snack bar.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because,
Renovation,
right, it's now it becomes a restaurant now,
yeah.
because now you're talking,
They're getting some new things, right?
yes.
So yeah, then.
So then you'd have to have that conversation, again, this is. Preliminary,
Yeah,
right, this is just, you know. But, you know, we tried this once before to say, listen, you have somebody else come in and throw some money at it, you know, into the kitty. And then give them a, you know, a lease, a longer term lease or whatever, I don't, listen, there's. But these are the conversations that have to be had, right, and so. Then you have you know, do you have a decent men's locker room, do you have a decent women's locker room, right, I mean, and you sell lockers. Right, I mean, storage, you have no storage, let's just call it what it is. The restaurant has no storage, right? If you truly look at the plans for when. The course came into fruition, it was a snack shack. Right, that's what it was, you remember, like, it was still, it said snack shack, but times have changed, right? I mean, just look at the kids programs that you have. It was never like that, it was just never like that, and look how busy you are, you know, every night, we have leagues every night, we have things going on all the time. Which is, and it's a great thing, it is, we have day in and day out, so. That's, I know, those are just my thoughts, my comments, and I just, you know, everybody needs to kind of think about that, right, and going forward. I don't know, any comments on that, thoughts?
I like what's being said here, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, and, maybe we should. You know, take it easy on town a little bit, wait till we're done with the bunkers, you know, I don't wanna dump all this on them. And get a negative response because we're in the middle of another project, you know, that's my concern, I would say, you know.
It's,
Let's not rush them.
no, we're not rushing, we're just looking at the future.
You have a conversation, that's all you.
But, the thing about, I mean, didn't the kids do the bridge from UConn?
Yeah, no, from
Central, I mean, why couldn't we pick up somebody, I mean, they got.
So as it, when I was at the Ryan Lee tournament, we were at the AquaTurf afterwards, and the kid that the bridges in here, it was Paul? Demore, yeah, Paul came up to me and said, listen, they're interested in maybe doing another one. So my first thought was, all right, so maybe they can't do them all. Right, maybe they can't do 18, the three of them that are the 17 and 18, the three of them that are sitting over there, right? There's three of them sitting over in that corner. But maybe they could do 12, and maybe they can do part of 14 or 13. I don't know. But you know, listen, you have professors, the structural engineers looking at these things. It's just a thought, you know, and you know, I don't know what was involved. I don't know I don't know how they would even do that. You know, they wouldn't have the equipment to do that, but listen, there was a thought. That's something else that, you know, because for what they did on the last two, I mean, you know, they did a great job. I think they, you know, and the styles on the last one came out, I think it came out pretty, right? It came out nice. So. I don't know.
Not just erecting those bridges, you gotta demo the old ones too.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you need equipment in there for that.
Well, that's,
Well, if
You know, they may not be.
They may not have it, right?
they only make it and deliver it, like the last one.
Yeah.
last week. So, the only thing I'm scared of when you go through the college is like. I mean, I'm more comfortable they do walking rings.
that's fair. Okay, listen.
When if the car goes on a bridge and it falls up, you know, and it breaks down. We're not the ones who did it, you know, we have to go through college. I
I don't know.
think, but
Like I said,
walking bridges I'm comfortable.
yeah, but like I said before, I mean, does it have to be a bridge? Why couldn't it be concrete?
No, we're going through the whole process. What we did, what was figured out 3 years ago. Is not happening. You have to do your research, because one, pricing has changed. You don't know what kind of options you have these days as far as bridging. Every course you play is different, it's wood, it's metal, it's whatever. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I said I'm talking about the concrete tubes,
Yeah. I
where
know,
you can
but
put down on the
you-
ground and you
You're
can
also
put tools.
dealing with a, a creek, it's not just any ordinary creek, you have to have specific. Wetland, Jim. You have to have specific, engineering there.
Yeah.
You can't just put anything there.
Well,
You
back-
know, you can't mess with
Well,
the
back
flow.
in the day, number 13, no, number 17. That all washed out. I'm looking at maybe, could have been like 20 years ago, that whole site just washed that out. The whole road
You were
washed
here?
out. No, I worked on the road, that's why I know, because I worked there. Because that was part of the state, and the whole thing just washed that out.
Right now, where we were, right, those bridges were costing over 300.
Yeah.
Like Jim said, you could get bridges for half that problem. If you research all that.
That was all the bridges?
So the bridges that were paid. To go forward with,
They were putting concrete on the side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
I
it's like-
remember
it's
that.
pretty expensive, the whole project was like over 300 grand.
Yeah, but the same token, if a car just hits one of those things, forget it, right? I mean, it's even with bumpers on the side. Don't say that you don't know how to drive. If a car hits the side of the bridge.
pretty tight
Pretty
right now.
tight, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
Fourteen.
14, yeah.
I cringe when the beverage cart girl tries to go. I don't know, like, I can see
Yeah.
them just tipping over, but
So maybe you have one versus, you know what I mean, one wide
One
one
wide, yeah.
versus two and.
Yeah.
You know, but it's, again,
yeah,
you know, these are things that are,
that's on the list, that's next.
yeah,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
that's-
that's next.
so it will happen, but
Yeah.
that's, I mean, listen. It's a, Rob, I understand where you're coming from, but the same token, it's, that's not a lot of money. It really is not a lot of money that we're dealing with, and we get paid for that out of 2 years' profits, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at that one. Okay, donation location.
I have a couple families that wanna donate, a bench each.
Oh, really?
Michael Jed wants to donate one for, or the Jed family would like to donate one for George Jed, I think he was a star.
Sure.
George Jed.
I
Jed,
don't know.
I thought it was
George, I remember
J.
George.
Is it Judd?
No, I don't know.
I think.
No, maybe George, it was George that passed
I
away.
know there's Judd's been letting, I don't know.
Oh,
There's George.
but
Might be Chad.
maybe,
Don't know, maybe.
and another.
Which hole do they want?
They gave us some options. So, which is included in the location one. And then the Viginati family would like to have one for Mr. Ron, who was a patron.
Yes.
You know him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were thinking that.
Oh, Big Dan, right? Yeah, right, I remember, yeah, right, the dude, man.
They wanted a driving range, but we already have those 2 benches there.
Anybody want whole seven?
All right, so let's think about this going forward. We also, we did standardize how big we were dealing with.
Yeah, I gave you.
No, we did that, we did. Are they going on pavers of any sort? I mean, or they just put it in the ground?
We're thinking more like the one on 4. It's not a slab of concrete, but it's on
Hold
concrete.
on, four.
3, yes, sorry, I'm sorry. No, 14,
And then we did,
the 14.
so four, so,
Yeah, it's not a,
It's
it's not a full
but
slab, but it's on concrete.
so here is something I noticed somewhere out there. So why are they always by the men's tees? How come there's not a bench by the women's tees?
There is one on the 11, no?
Yeah, on 11 there is,
I think
but that's
it's where
the only
it's-
one under a tree or whatever.
I think it's where it's, like, who's donating. You know,
8 is the Billy McKee. Yeah, that's
lower-
that's
the
yeah,
lower
yeah,
T,
the lower
right.
T. So I mean,
It's mostly where you can put it at too.
Okay,
Like, the. Jet family was asking for like somewhere shady, a shady spot on the team.
you know, there's that one on six, between 5 and 6, that's actually a kind of cool spot where it is, I don't know how much it's used over there, but that's,
Over there.
yeah, you know, but that's, I think that's a great spot, and then.
Is there one at 7?
You know,
No, there isn't one. There used
No,
to be
there's
one
one.
years ago.
Yeah,
There used to be
usually
one.
Seven.
Yeah, just a regular
That's a
bench.
shady spot.
And no,
That's a place where people have to usually wait, so that's.
Yeah.
that would be a good one.
Right.
10, is there one on 10?
There isn't.
Alright, so
That's
to
one-
me on
that's an
10,
option.
behind the starter shack, you know, in back would be
People
nice.
sit there anyway, right?
Yeah, it'd be a great spot, I think it'd be a great spot. That'd be a prime spot, you know. So that's an option too, I mean, it's,
The plan is to work on the base and fall. You know, because we have Miss Matikas out there.
Yep.
We'll have these two sets.
so, are you gonna leave his where it is, are you gonna move it?
He wants it on the white tee, he wants.
If you moved his, cause he said something to me too, it's such a true. So if I got the blue tee, then I have the white tee, over to the right of the white tee, there's room there that they can have,
Doesn't it fall off?
I don't know,
I
don't
think
know.
it falls off.
it falls off.
It does, yeah.
It's such a strong ledge there.
Yeah.
And it falls off. No,
Well, that's what I started getting at, I'm gonna have a base on these things.
yeah.
You know,
The only thing is if we put it there. It's hard to cut around, you know,
got it,
it would, I don't even know if a base will fit there on that little ledge. So right, we just have it where it is on 3, you know, I'm trying to give this some of options on one, you know, all.
how about, give him 10, look at 10, I mean, put it back.
His first two were it was either 3 or 11.
3 or there's one on 11 already.
11 white team.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
there's one
it's
by the
back.
gold tees, the ladies,
Yeah,
yeah,
there isn't one by,
oh, one in the back by the blue,
right.
right,
But both places are where. we're-
that's in the sun, man, you're
And
gonna,
that's
you know.
in the sun.
You'd be, almost like the rain, you cook up there on that thing, you can't even sit on that thing.
So it's special for numbers, huh?
Well, I'll give it to Bob.
That's where everybody's waiting, everybody's sitting there waiting for.
That's what a back tee rack is, and a front tee.
Yeah.
That is the way to.
But 10 and 7 are options, I can see that happen, sure, I can see that.
Will you talk?
Yeah, I'll talk, yes, I'll talk to. When I see him again, I will talk to him about that. 10's an option, I mean, but you also have the other people that wanna do this too. And, you know, I mean, the standardization, I think is a good idea going forward, that way it's not,
One
You
of
know,
these
I-
two families will take 10. I know that.
well, so would he, but, you know,
So
he
maybe-
has first call on.
Maybe ask Mr. Motif.
I will, that, his first bid on that, dibs on that one, and then go from there, but yeah, 10 to me is like, that's a
I
whole
think
lot.
it's a great idea in the back of that. too.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone sit-
Everybody would sit back there, you know? In the shade, I mean, I'd love to sit back there too.
I'm in the front.
I would never see it.
Alright. P and L we kind of went through, so that's done. Bridges we went through already. Open discussion.
I just got 2 things.
Yes, sir.
25 signed for the girls' championship, that the order yet?
I'm pretty sure that they would, I was told the high school signs were ordered by their team. Right, like the team is responsible for.
Responsible for, yeah. Boys, 1 in 24, and they play well by the.
And the other thing, the lightning pole on
Oh,
number 3rd, that's still working?
It's working, it's
Just,
just, we ordered the pole for it to get back on its feet,
did it just run out, that's what it put down?
probably a little bit of everything.
It looks like it rotted out.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
wow.
it gets wet a lot, you know, and I'm sure that doesn't help.
No, isn't that what the speakers are for the lightning too over there?
Yeah.
That's on the ground, right? So
Yeah.
that's,
We're,
what's the timeline of that being done?
it's fun, that was what you got it back on up,
They get them up, yeah, because
like operating or just up?
that's a hazard.
But I think it's still
Yeah.
operating, right?
It's
still
still
got-
up.
Can you hear
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
you can hear it, it just.
It worked
Muffled.
well. We're actually, getting the software that, for the lighting system. Where we'll have a Q code at the counter, and you can just take a picture, and it will tell you how long your delay is, or. you know, if there's a system coming. What kind of weather we may face that day. So,
Look, what's the weather app?
it ties into the lightning system we have. And they
Right
have,
now, it's terrible, you really have no clue when
Yeah.
you're in all clear. Like, you like to look at, thinking, when it turns green, it's all clear, but it's like you have no
yeah,
time.
it's hard to tell your customers,
I-
hey, you can
Oh,
wait.
got it,
you know.
okay, I know.
Not even the
I
staff
know what
can
you're
answer,
talking
you know,
about.
we don't
Got
really
it,
know
got
how.
it.
So because technically it's once that first one rings, it's like 30 minutes.
30 minutes after the strike, so you have to wait 30 minutes after the
of
strike.
Clearance, right? Not if one comes again. it
There's
restarts.
Another 30, right?
It restarts, right? But with this app, it will tell you exact, you know, not exact, but it's a really good time frame. On when we may open the courts.
Better than what we got now.
That'll really help out.
Well,
Well, the customer comes in, when we all clear, just scan this code and you can see it.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Okay.
But I'll get an update from Jerry when that.
So that's a permanent scan, there's a scan that's sitting there, whatever, right? That's all, so you scan it every day or whatever, or?
I don't.
Well, you,
I mean, how's that gonna-
you would go to that QR code every time there's a weather delay.
Could you display it up on the TV screen?
Yeah,
Or you can't?
Yeah.
Yeah, so people come in, hey, look up the screen, there it is.
or what's one of the screens.
I mean, when you have electric cars with a screen, you can put it on that thing, too, man.
It's-
Well,
Fun
geez,
time.
there you go, right?
Don't throw too much at it. Otherwise they'd be like, yeah, we're doing.
They can sell advertisements and everything, bro. There you go. The account balances, I mean, we got.
Well,
plenty of
I
money.
have one,
Yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
had a question about the distance legend at the driving range.
I don't say I was.
Is that in progress or hasn't started?
I will, I was getting quotes at one point, not quotes, but, signs, so I'll go through it again.
Well, see it in the spring.
You never know, we still got 3 months in the season.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goes by fast.
it does.
Okay. So I-
Well,
I don't have anything, I just fascinated by all your suggestions and I'm happy to cooperate with what is going on. I like everything, of course, it's in such phenomenal shape as far as I'm concerned, I was at Twin Hills the other day and Eat Up is like putting it mildly, so Coventry, yeah. We have an exceptional course.
I think we do too. I think, couple things here and there, and we can have the top 10 course of, I honestly, you know. Couple things fixed up here and there, we could have a top 10 course and sit in it, with the grass consultant course, by all means. It is, we can, you know, we do, put that option, so.
We used to be. At top.
I don't have any.
Whatever you think. Well, no, it's like I always think,
How much
They
you pay?
literally did all numbers of the person.
the driving range.
Drive,
You know what, there's still a lot of balls coming over on 18,
I
man.
almost got.
Oh my
you.
gosh, it's.
I almost got you right there.
Oh, really? Trying to get me, Bill?
I didn't admit it.
It was, you know, so is there, Sal, is there any way that we could put up even a partial fence? From the last, mat, if you will, on the left, going out, just to block some of the seats that are, coming over there.
I gave you guys the quotes, who wanna go?
not a full mat, but just you know, just not a full fence, but just a partial, I mean,
If you're gonna do it, you do it, right? I think that's been our model here, so.
but not the whole.
You gotta
we
give
can't
it
go all the way
a
down.
little time to grow in.
You put a partial fence, the partial that's not fenced, will go through, right?
Well, as you go down the hill, I wouldn't say that, but there's
Yeah.
that one area that's probably the length of this thing. where people just, I still don't understand how people hit balls down there, I just don't get it.
I think it's a lot of that 100 yard shot that's going. That's that's the target, right? If you're going for 150 yards, you're flying that area, right?
Right.
But even the 100 yard shot, it's nowhere, it's
I
not
think,
there.
you gotta take into account left-handers, because if they hit a shank, it's going toward the 18.
Okay, and then, but if you have that partial fence there, but even a part, it doesn't have to be high. I mean, I'm talking like, 4 or 5 feet, right, at the most. Just to
Stop it
block
from
it,
going
yeah.
up.
What do you think, like a chain link fence?
Yeah, that's
Even,
exactly what I was
even
thinking.
like chicken wire or something. Looks kind of hokey. but
Until,
it'll work.
until the trees really start growing in, right?
Yeah.
And once they start growing in, then it may, at least stop
I
it,
mean, I
slow
think
it
the
down.
most important thing is people driving up 18 in the cart, that they're safe. So it'd have to be just high enough to protect that up.
But most of the shots going down there are not up, I mean, if you're gonna duck with one, or you're gonna shank one, it's not going high,
Yeah,
the
it's-
hustle rocket's going this way.
Generally low.
Yeah. Low, going right through the trees.
Exactly.
So it's
So,
gotta actually, not thinking about the fence, and golf ball would go right through that.
well, yeah, but
So.
the odds of a golf ball going right through a fence like that is like
it could
going through a
happen.
tree.
It
Yeah,
could
you're
happen.
right.
It could-
How often you hit through a tree, Jimmy? Without kidding.
Hey, this is, I'm up there, mine is way down on the other end.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, I was talking with Sean Mark about the kids that work do the tournaments for the carts. And I was thinking, find out if there's a way that we got a tip jar up there for them. And during the tournaments, I would like to see them get a tip from the audience. So, it's not gonna happen, I'm looking at it for about maybe next year.
You can build that into the price.
I think that's the way, that's what Ramsey does, I think that's what you have to do.
I think so too.
It's just how they get.
Because they come in, there's just
Right.
crap everywhere. I know people just,
Yeah.
let's, I always put 85% of the time, I throw a couple bucks in there.
Yeah.
So now I had to take cards this last couple months and it's killing me, but. I always throw a couple bucks in there and whatever, because Pappy used to do this thing and, he talked to me about that, friend, well, he was doing the card thing, but. Listen, if you take a card, with $2 doesn't cost a spark, right? Just two or $3 in there. You know what? And these guys do a good job. They clean it out, right? They all do. And it's everybody's crap that they're leaving in there, right? The wrappers, the bottles, everything. And it's like,
Yep.
but not enough people do that, right? They just don't. So it's Jimmy, I agree with you. I do. And,
You
So-
can put it at the starter shack too, like pick up the key and. Make a donation in some way.
well, I doubt that's gonna happen, but at the end,
Yeah,
they just
when
leave
you're
them out.
returning.
Yeah,
When you return, yeah, I agree.
there was a bucket up there, I haven't seen it the last time.
So,
It's
It was the
a
people
box.
at the outings, they're just dropping their car off.
Yeah, they just-
Yeah.
And it's so busy up there, you don't even know there's a bucket.
Nobody's
there.
No, you wouldn't.
so one other question, how often do you buy keys? How often are you buying keys?
Haven't bought keys in a while.
No? Alright, because if we was running short, I would just say, if a person taking a cart. Give $1 up, and if they didn't bring that dollar back, then that means they took the key, so we don't have to take money to buy keys.
Yeah, I don't know where the
What?
perception is from that I buy keys, but. The
What do
starter
you
tells
put-
me how
you wanna
many
put
keys
the-
we have every
no, I
week.
think you wanna put a deposit on the key?
Yeah, I mean, if we're buying keys, because a lot of times,
That's
if
a
we
good
do
point.
that-
They have to have somebody, that's a pain in the neck.
I mean, we have protocols and standard operating procedures that we have to figure this key thing out,
Mhm.
so. We've been losing less keys lately,
Okay,
a lot less keys lately, like I haven't bought any extra this year.
I mean, people don't think for keys.
In years past, I've had to buy extra keys.
So you, you
Why,
know what?
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Are you taking it off? Oh, it's like a car.
right,
Well, we all
Well,
know
now, they have like a green tag that you can see far away, or, when the card is brought back, it should have a key. If not, the card attendant goes to the starter, asks me to his card number, then they tell me who, then I call them, and then we get it back.
I mean, years ago, we used to have carts that they turn the key on, take the key away, and that's it, it's on. It's on.
It doesn't work with these cards.
They actually did that.
You know what I'm talking about, Mark?
Yeah, the last model.
You had the
years ago,
legend.
You could turn it on.
Right, that's
Pull
what
it,
I-
pull it
yeah.
out, like find a way to do it.
Right.
I used to like leave them on.
Yeah.
Was it a bad idea?
Yeah,
Honestly,
and
but,
then,
like,
then you, what do you call it, at the end of the night, when it comes back, you shut that off, and so, you
The
know,
new, these carts, you can't do it.
can't do it with those stuff.
I mean,
Yeah, but these cards also have the, you know, you can steal a card at that point in time, you can't do that.
No, when you bring the
know.
cart back, you shut it off, you know.
But they're gas, they keep running it, it just shuts off.
Goodwin does that.
Yeah.
Cause they still have that old model.
They do, huh?
But yeah, I don't think you can do it. Well, it really should, I mean, you have a key, they gotta hand out a key when they get the receipt, I mean.
Yeah.
Well, next time we get a cart, it's not for.
Like, well, 65 Chevy pickup, yeah, you can pull the key out.
Yeah, it's
That's
not.
right.
All right, reports, anything else? No, okay, reports. The Guerrero report, sounds like something that, you know, about 6 o'clock at night, the Guerrero. News.
Nothing crazy on my end, if anyone has any questions. Looking for help to the ball,
What's going on with the damage to the course? I mean, I saw some of that stuff, but what?
Yeah.
What's
That's kind of normal stuff, I mean, you know, on mornings, Jerry will see a living on the green, could be from any league, or any play. You know,
I've seen a lot of damage myself, not necessarily greens, but
yeah,
fairway.
fairway. But normal stuff, you know, he sent me 3 pictures this past month of the dollar bill divot on the green. Just disappointing, but they're used to be fixed, as long as on the green. But they're used to fix it. It's just,
Saw one divot that was like this,
yeah,
in the fairway,
yeah,
you know, it's like, how do you do that?
yeah, usually. I ask people to
Fix
like,
it.
just tell me right away, like,
Yeah, right.
you just play the hole right away, you know, so, but
No,
it's hard to catch him.
Yeah, it's a chip.
So, no, I agree. I got a question for you though, when they load the carts, when the car people do this stuff. One of they have a checklist of things that they go through, right? I mean, obviously clean them out, you know, whatever they gotta do, gas them up. Is checking the same, the divot mix one of those things, because a lot of times I'm getting these things and they're empty.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'm getting it, it's not once or twice, I mean, it's a lot, and then so. You know, I'll just turn it upside down or whatever, and you know, I'll just get one from the starter shack, but I'm finding a lot of times that there's not anything in there, and then I've found. All different types of stuff in there, you know, and then I found sand the other day, it was like. What the heck is this one doing in there? It was sand, I mean, true sand, like from the bunker, like, huh. Then another one was, it had seed in it. Again, right, so we got some seed in, I don't know, you know, what was going
Yeah.
on, it's like a variety.
You know, I love my staff so much that I don't believe you, so tell me when you.
I will, oh, you don't believe me, okay. Has anybody else seen that? Empty ones.
Oh, yeah, I heard out the last.
Okay, all right, well then,
Y'all know where I am, don't you? Y'all never hesitated to call me at any time of the day.
I'll tell you what, I'll take a picture next time,
No,
I'll take a picture,
you break me there, and we'll look at it,
okay. What, empty ones?
yeah,
That's a simple
There you go.
one,
if
okay,
it's that simple, then I need to talk to my staff.
okay, I'm just giving you a heads up. Okay,
Dave Stilton does a nice job filling up, even though
He's not my staff,
he's not in your staff.
that's yours. But he does,
But
But
he
he's
does a
your
nice
staff.
job filling up.
they're all your staff.
he does a good job.
What happened on 16, green 16? It's a big summer.
I mean, there was a good 2 week span where we probably could have lost a course. And that's, you know, that's a sign of stress,
Is that what that is?
yeah,
Really?
when you see a circle.
The circle, right,
You
they have
see a
circle.
big circle anywhere, that means there's a big pond there that didn't evaporate properly. And the substance he's got in there.
Wow.
I didn't know.
You'll see it, it's all over the course right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought there was something they're making a turn.
Yeah, I thought it was just a
Two
moment.
weeks ago, they look like 16, but right now they're dry spots,
Got it.
so we're hoping to get them back.
Well, that rain. Let's.
Rain will help.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's all like more like in a rough
You
area.
put sand down yesterday, I mean, Wednesday,
Was this Tuesday? No, Wednesday.
Wednesday,
On the green,
yeah, you put sand down, I mean,
usually when you
That's
know
quite a
there's
lot.
gonna rain, they'll put it,
yeah,
so it gets washed in.
yeah.
Very good. Well, and
What about the vandalism? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, just,
The big difference?
oh, that's what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
The chick wants it out there, man.
What?
Chick,
Oh, Chipmunk, yeah. The Salville report.
those are things that they're gonna be doing into the fall. So, you know, hopefully next month allows us to be off the list and new ones will get on, so.
All right. Mark,
All right, I put the revenue comparison in there.
yeah,
I did see on here something that said revenue differences. Oh, that is.
that was, between yours and Jerry, that's no, that goes, I mean, Sol's, or whatever report, it was a. I think a couple $1,000, that could just, that was just timing differences.
Could be, yeah, I mean, it's, we could also be pulling from a different report or something for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think revenue standpoint, we do really well last 4 or 5 years, so. Keep making more and more, so it's nice to hear that the town wants to give a little bit back, hopefully with this poker fountain. In terms of our programs, PGA Junior League ended for the summer. We had 65 participants, ages 7 to 17. So that continues to be a very strong program. I'm one of the courses of our PR that has a developmental league and an advanced elite program. And I'm happy to say that our 13 and under program won the Connecticut Section PGA Championship out of all the teams that are in the Connecticut section. So that gets us to advance to regionals, which if anybody pays attention to like the Little League World Series, this is like the Little League World Series for golf. So we have a chance to go to the national championship, which is televised on ESPN. Like, cool.
Really?
So, yeah, we're going to the regional championship. It's gonna be held at Keeney Park, mid-September. We have 8 kids on our team. Right, they play a 2-person scramble, they play match play, and there's kids from all over the Northeast, like Bethpage has a team that's really good. There's a couple teams in Massachusetts that are good, so. We're all meeting at Keeney Park mid-September, and if we do win there, we will be at the national championship, so that'll be some good publicity for Timberlake,
Nice.
which is really cool. Yeah, unless they boot us because there's 2 knuckleheads on the team, those are my kids.
Oh,
We'll see.
Mark, do they
I
look?
think we're
do
not
they look
knuckleheads.
for
I know those
volunteers
kids.
while
That
they're
Jeep
playing?
pool.
Yeah.
But do they look for volunteers?
I don't know, I'll have to talk to the Connecticut PGA, because
Yeah.
they're the ones kind of running it, but we have the New England PGA, the Metropolitan PGA that's our district. So like, again, it's very similar to Little League World Series.
Cause I was out there with Kenny back in maybe 4 years ago.
The junior
They had the
PGA,
junior- Yeah,
the national-
PGA,
Yeah,
yeah, we volunteered.
I'm sure, if you reach out to the Connecticut PGA, or I can see if they need anybody, they probably will. But it'll be fun, I mean, that's really what junior league's all about anyways, is the kids having fun. And we have a lot of kids that do that. Our Future Stars program, which is different, it's more middle school to elementary school age. Strictly a beginner program where they learn how to play from 30 yards, they have to shoot 36 or lower to advance to 60 yards. Every ball's 30 yards, right? But it's bigger than it's ever been, which is really cool. A lot of kids ages, we'll just say 5 to 10 that are taking up golf.
That's good.
So I mean, the assistants, Brandon, Gino, Ryan, they've been doing a great job, especially keeping the energy and keeping everybody having a good time. That's what it's all about. And I've noticed like when we have a Tuesday night class, people's up there on Tuesdays, all the parents are supporting Remsey, they're eating. Kids are doing an hour class, and it's really cool. And it's grown to a point where I don't think it could grow anymore because we have no room up there, you know, a couple practice greens, a small range. And I know sometimes they take up the range. And you know, some people, the public can't really hit, so something will probably address in the future on like the best process for that, but I mean, it's a good problem. Yeah, those are our future golfers right there. So a lot of good things there. The women in wine also on Mondays, it's popular all year. Usually summer it drops off a little bit, but we still had about 10 to 12 each session on Monday nights. Some of these ladies have ended up joining the Niners or club or playing the mixed league, so it all kind of comes together. They support, as long as they're on property, that's the way I look at it. They're gonna spend money doing something, whether it's eating, playing golf, whatever, getting them on property is key. We hosted the Ryan Lee Golf Classic, which was 256 participants, double shotgun. Everybody just did a great job. It was a good day. The Lee family was very happy with the way things are going for their event. And it's just, they do a lot in the community. So it's just a great event. And again, the entire staff for these outings comes together and works hard to make sure they're successful. So big kudos to everybody. And lastly, I got a chance to play 18 holes at Timberland. I mean, I'm always kind of riding around out there, but I actually got a chance to play 18 holes, and I was very impressed with the course condition, as I was talking about. The green speeds are definitely quicker than they've been in years past. And just the entire, I even thought the bunkers were good. I know some of them, there's almost nothing they can do.
Yep.
But for the most part, I thought everything was great. So, you know, I think we're having a good year. I know the revenue will show that, but also people are generally happy with what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I agree 100% on that one. We've got a lot of compliments. Matter of fact, I played with, I ran up there, played a quick 18 with two kids, and they'd never played it before. They were, where were they from? One kid was from Farmington, the other kid, I'm not sure. That's really good, because I've never played it before. They go, it's a jet, he goes, holy cow, this is great, you know? And, so they were, you know, I kind of sold it to them too. They're like, listen, you know, it's a great course, and you know, it's a town course at this point in time. So it's, yeah, they were very impressed. They really were. So as I go in, actually, I told them to go and talk to the two of you guys. I doubt they did, but they, you know, whatever. But you have one thing on here that, and I want just kind of bring this up, and we can discuss this going further. The league payments. Now, are there any leagues that paying week to week?
There are, we don't consider them official leagues. Official league is prepaid as a contract.
Yeah.
A few groups of like 12 that come out and play, I think Wednesday. night,
Okay.
they have a couple.
All right. So
They
is there a
pay,
cutoff for that? I mean, and if they don't, do they book it ahead of time? I mean, how do we do
there's
that?
truly nothing set in stone. I mean, this is kind of just how we did things, but that's how we've been doing it for years. Very small groups and week to week.
Small, but they really want, well, that's more pressure on his staff, right? And in the start, to collect the ticket. So it's
I could certainly go out every single league,
That's
say
the-
next year.
Yeah,
It's
listen.
all prepaid if you wanna me to block the
It
time.
does, yeah, listen, if you want the block, listen,
Yeah.
I don't care if it's half and half, whatever you gotta do. And then everybody pays you, you're not chasing dollars, are you? Are you ever chasing dollars? No.
No, I mean, I just kind of went through the whole list of who owes still, and I mean, I think there's 2 leagues that maybe still owe their second half out of like 20 something leagues.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
but I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think it'd be much easier to have.
It's
everything-
cleaner,
They're-
it's
yeah,
cleaner, right? And that way,
prepaid.
yeah, the starter doesn't have to worry about anything. It's over and done with, right?
They just have to check in for their card.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think about that? It's easier on everybody, right? It's,
I thought we.
I thought we kind of
Talked
agreed
about
upon
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
we talked about that, so.
Well, you need to
Yeah,
make it
going
official. I
forward
mean, this is
next year.
something I,
Next year.
15 years ago, I inherited
Yeah.
this and I just kind of kept it going the way it was and. We
No,
don't, yeah.
no, listen.
So,
No, fair enough, but that's cool. That's so going forward, that's it. Anything else? Okay, it is 7:19. This is an all-time first.
Yeah.
And that's only because the Yankee game played, Yankee game played tonight. So, can I have somebody, Mr. Green,
Thank
a motion to adjourn.
the rest of the-
Second.